G'day, I'm here today with the reporting team at Michael West Media, Stephanie Tran and Callum Foote, and we're trawling through the annual data dump of political donations, which is rather a euphemism. I prefer to call them political payments. It's basically a corporate protection racket, and the usual suspects with us again this year: fossil fuels, gambling industry, property, banking, the big four, and of course, pokies.
A big focus here at Michael West Media is looking into the gas companies operating in and around Australia. Together in 2022, we found that they donated almost $3 million to major political parties, 2.7 of which went to the coalition, with only a measly $300,000 odd going to Labor. The largest single donor out of gas-related companies was BHP Billiton, which gave over $200,000. While BHP does have significant gas interests through its partnership with Woodside, it is in a number of other mining-related industries, such as iron. So the single largest gas-exclusive company was Santos, donating just over $150,000. Now, this money went almost exclusively to the Labor Party, its federal branch, which makes sense given that Santos is trying to get its $1 billion Narrabri gas project off the ground and is running into significant problems on the ground currently. Our favorite Beetaloo Basin fracking company, Tamboran Resources, which is owned by US investors and who served us with a defamation threat last year, gave approximately $200,000 in total, $60,000 to Labor Party, and a staggering $100,000 to the Nationals. Big Tobacco still has a role to play in the Australian political landscape. This year, they donated $55,000 to both the Nationals and the Liberal Democrats. An investigation last year by Stephanie Tran found that this $55,000 figure was the equivalent to a silver membership for these major parties. So you consider Philip Morris a member of the Nationals Party as well as the Liberal Democrats.
So this was the biggest year too for dark money, which is unidentified funds. Of course, there's lots of ways of hiding payments to politicians and political parties. But overall, the Labor Party won. It was an election year last year, and they pulled in $6 million more than the coalition, which is the first time that they've surpassed coalition receipts since Kevin Rudd in 2006. It wasn't a record. The 2019 ScoMo election was the record, but we're not far off. The problem with this donations regime is that it saps our political culture of credibility because they're being paid by corporations. And usually it's more of a protection racket than it is really specific payments for favours, for political favours. Sometimes they are. Generally, it's just part of the game. The Liberal and the Labor bagmen go around and they say, how much can you give us this year? And the corporations stump up. There's no need for this, of course. This data dump only comes out once a year. It needs to be live time. We have the technology to do live time donations. So we can see when, say, PwC donates to Labor or Liberal, it comes with an announcement live time or a disclosure with the AEC live time. That would really clean up the system. Better, of course, to just dump them altogether, to ban political donations, or do as they do in Ireland when they cleaned it up, cap it at $1,000 per person, and that would make the system a lot more credible. Because at the moment, it's effectively just a protection payment, an insurance payment, a political bribe. This needs to end. The system needs to be cleaned up. Thanks very much for your support. Michael West Media keeps us doing this kind of stuff, shining the light on money in politics.